My husband teaches us how to do that. Just sometimes a little humor
Get your
to
story
get you
out.
through.
My mom got breast cancer when I was 13, but I never thought that she was going to die. Dead moms were something that happened to Victorian-era American Girl dolls. And honestly, they made it look kind of cool. But they were also white with minimal parental supervision and access to railroad money. And I didn't think my mom was going to die because she told me she wasn't going to die. And I believed everything my mother told me. When I was 4, there was this girl in our neighborhood who was 6, and I thought she was very cool. Those 24 months were very impressive to me. To this day, if you are 24 months older than me, I'm a little in awe, okay? Anyway, she was a hair chewer, just the bottom strands. So obviously, I became a hair chewer, okay? And my mom was gonna shut that down immediately. So one day, I'm walking around the house, just, sucking up the remnants of the Johnson & Johnson. And my mother says, "Oh, hey, just read in the newspaper about a little girl, just a little older than you, around 6. She chewed so much hair that they had to put a claw down her throat, like the arcade game, and pull out the excess hair." I have seen the way the claw game operates, so I am a little concerned. But I am also entering my suspicious era. So I say, "Oh, really? Where did she live?" And my mom said, "New York City." And I thought, that has to be true. So when my mom got breast cancer when I was in the 8th grade, and she said, "I have cancer, but I'm not dying," I said, "Fantastic. Let's reconnect when I'm in my early 20s and start acting like a fucking human again." Except it kind of seemed like she was dying, mostly because it said it in her emails, which I was reading. I'll read anyone's emails, honestly, later if you guys want. I'll just go through emails. So she was just getting sicker and sicker. And by my junior year of high school, she was in and out of the hospital all the time. So one night, my father calls my younger sisters and I into the living room, and he tells us, "Mom's not coming home." And I think, this is how you get divorced. Huh. I always saw Dad moving out, like a garden walk-up, but I'm decorating Mom's split level, and I realize, oh my God, he means Mom's not coming home ever. And this is not how the Victorian-era American Girl dolls made it seem. My parents are actually supposed to die together in a yachting accident circumventing Piney Point. So that night, not a lot of sleep, and I realize I have been an asshole to my mother, okay? I'm 17. I have shit grades, I have a terrible attitude. I don't chew my hair, but I am an asshole. So I devise a plan. Tomorrow, when my father takes me to the hospital to see my mother, I am going to do this incredible, heartfelt, tear-filled bedside apology. Think beaches, think terms of endearment, think the 1996 sci-fi action thriller Independence Day, don't fucking fact check me, the mom dies in the end. So my dad takes me the next day, and I go into the room, and there she is. Her eyes have turned yellow, her breath is shallow, and she keeps falling asleep. And I decide, plan's off, not doing the plan, not apologizing, forget about that, way too scary. So I do what I do best, which is disassociate with an Us Weekly. Did Britney cheat on Justin? The answer is maybe, but Justin Timberlake is a real asshole. So I'm flipping through the magazine, and that's when I hear it from the hospital bed. "Put the magazine down." Which I do immediately because, you guys, this woman was scary even in hospice. Put the magazine down, and she says, "Get a pen and a pad of paper." And that's when it hits me, because I saw this on Oprah. We were Irish Catholic. We didn't go to therapy. We had Oprah at 4 p.m., okay? So I had seen this Oprah episode where this mom she was dying of breast cancer, and she had made these videos for her daughter where she had told her everything she was going to need to know, right? Like how to put on makeup, how to pick a wedding dress, how to make a roasting chicken. And I'm like, this is it. Mom's going to tell me everything I need to know right here in the hospital. Okay, this is great. And then it's going to lead really nicely into the tear-filled apology, right? So get the pen, get the pad of paper, sit down. All right, let's go. What do I need to know? Packing list. I say, excuse me? She says, packing list for Florida. And the thing is, we were supposed to go to Florida the following week, but that was before she was dying. And my dad had canceled the trip days ago. But she doesn't know that. So I realize I have two options. I can tell my mother that no one's going to Florida and that actually we're going to have her funeral next week, or I can make a packing list. So we made a packing list. And by the end, I had toiletries to pick up, laundry to do, suitcases to track down, and the whole thing exhausts her, right? She's falling back to sleep. And I realize this is my last chance. So go up to the bed, and I sit down on the edge, and I grab her hand, and I say, Mom, I know I have not been the easiest kid, but I just want to let you know that I love you so much. And she says, with her eyes closed, yeah, I love you too, and I hope you're studying for the SATs because you take them in 2 weeks. That was the last time that I saw my mom alive. She died a couple days later. And I'll never know, right? Like, did she know that she was dying and that we weren't going to Florida? I'll never know. And I used to hate the way that story went. I hated that was the ending of my relationship with my mother. But I see it really differently now. I know that my mom loved me so much, and she knows that I love her so much. And she was my mom until the bitter end. And someday, when I get to the great beyond, I'm going to see her, and we're going to have so many things that we need to talk about. But the first thing that she's going to want to talk about, the thing that she'll have been waiting to address, is just how shitty I did on the SATs. Thank you, guys.